Welcome to the Kameron Show. I'm your friend Cameron Tyler, coming to you from Dude IDK Studios in Denver. Happy holidays. It's our holiday episode. We're coming to you a little earlier than usual because Christmas is on Thursday and I'll be elsewhere. So joining me today for this early Christmas episode is my sister, Jennifer Bailey.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Have you ever been on a podcast before?
I've never been on a podcast or anything, really.
No, you really haven't.
No.
You've probably never seen Jennifer, except for maybe in my socials sometimes. A lot of people say, you have a sister? I didn't even know that.
Well, people only know when you feel like admitting you have a sister.
No. It's because what do I always say? You're boring, and I mean that as a compliment.
You know, I feel like we need to address that.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I think that what you mean is I just, like you say boring, but really I'm just peaceful. I'm just living life. I don't think boring is the word. I don't feel bored. I don't think I'm boring. I just,
no, I know.
I'm just living peacefully, happily.
I think that is completely true. And I think the reason why I started saying boring is because I would say, oh my God, her life is so boring because I could never do it.
Perspective.
Okay. It's boring.
Whatever.
It would be boring to me, but I wish that's what I was doing.
I think you need to choose new words.
Okay. Well, we're off to a great start.
Yeah.
We are
siblings. So.
I feel like you already probably have a decent idea of where this is going to go. But if someone didn't know you, Jennifer, and you were just meeting them, how would you introduce yourself in 10 words or less?
Well, I did have to get help from friends because, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe yourself. But the common answer that I got, which is kind of funny, you might agree, I don't know, is that I'm sweet.
Oh.
Which I feel like I'm pretty nice.
Depends
I would say
on
I'm
the
nice.
day. Depends on the day.
I feel like I'm thoughtful. I like to laugh. I like all things weird and creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's it.
I think that's
you could
pretty
go on
good.
forever, right? But
you could go on forever. I mean, you contain multitudes, and I've always said that.
My husband said I'm an enigma. So, in the most positive way.
Obviously, in the most positive way.
There's a lot going on.
Just like you're boring in the most positive way. I don't think anyone has bad things to say about you.
I don't know.
Well,
maybe
we'll talk about that later too, I'm sure. Okay, to set the tone on this special holiday episode, if you were to close your eyes and tell me what's the aura you see, what is it?
I kind of think it's the color of my shirt.
What color is that?
It's kind of like purple, pink.
Lavender? Maybe? Lilac?
It's kind of like more pink. Is it?
I don't know. Purple.
It is purple, but it's
we might have to add colorblind to your list of adjectives.
Wow. Remember what we said about choosing words.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Words matter.
Words do matter. And actually, Jennifer asked me to describe her a few weeks ago, and I said, and again, I want to reiterate, I mean these things in the most positive way. The first thing I said was slow.
I think we need to pause. And I think we need to gather insight from the listeners and say, is slow a positive way to describe somebody?
I think slow moving can be a very positive way to be. It's like the way that boring is actually positive for me.
I think this may be a debate.
I think when you take your time to be present, and you always are, really present. In fact, you're hanging on to every moment for so long that the rest of us have moved on, but you're so present that you're still holding on.
So you could have stopped about 30 seconds ago. That would have been a compliment, but now you're taking it another direction.
No, but that's how present you are, which is a beautiful thing. I wish I could be more present like you. And then I said nice.
Okay.
And then I said hermit, which I also mean as a nice thing. I couldn't be a hermit if I tried.
I mean, I'm never really alone.
Well, you're not alone because you have a husband and a dog.
Yeah.
But when you feel like secluding yourself, you do.
And do you not?
I don't think I do. I mean, it's hard to answer. It's not in the same way. Mm-hmm. You could just like be in your house for days and days if you wanted.
I feel that we're not as different as you think.
Okay.
Okay.
That's probably true.
Mhm.
I'm probably projecting.
In a few more ways than one. We're not as different as you think.
Okay. Anyway,
Mhm.
Jennifer's here. If you tuned in to our Thanksgiving special with Verinia Winters Rodriguez, you will remember that we had a Thanksgiving adventure that day, and we answered a lot of questions whilst going on a little holiday themed journey. So today we're going to do that again. But unlike when Verinia was here, we're going to be picking all of our questions to complete our task at random. This little game we're playing is inspired by what I think was one of our best holiday traditions. Do you know what I'm going to say? I haven't told Jennifer, by the way, what we're doing. She kept asking, and I kept being like, you just come
He
here.
said, just show up.
I
Which
said,
is
just
really
show
not
up.
my style.
I know, but I wanted the true,
Yeah.
authentic you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I think.
What would you guess if I said this is based on my favorite of our holiday traditions, what it is? More in our teen years.
I was going to say opening presents on Christmas Eve.
No, because that is a good guess. We did always do presents on Christmas Eve. And to this day, we do Christmas on Christmas Eve. Like, mostly, like, the celebrating of Christmas with family and stuff. And I spend every Christmas day by myself. That's my choice.
And actually, my husband doesn't allow, not that he doesn't allow, he likes to celebrate on the day of Christmas. So if it's your birthday, or if it's Christmas, it's not Christmas on Christmas Eve. It's not your birthday the day before your birthday. You know, what day is it? What
I guess it's all perspective, because here we are on December 23rd, and guess what? As far as I'm concerned, it's Christmas.
These are like pre-Christmas festivities, you know?
It's the Christmas season.
Yeah, it's the season. There you go. It's the season.
Okay, well, my favorite tradition actually was our cousins would come over, and we would make cookies, and we would make trays of cookies, and we would make different kinds of cookies. So we'd make like little reindeer cookies, and
that was actually my second guess, was making treats, but little mice.
Oh yeah, we made mice with like a marshmallow and a Hershey's Kiss and like a cherry, was it?
It was like a cherry, and then you put a Hershey's Kiss on it, and then you put little almond slivers for ears.
Oh yeah,
and then like the
tail
cherry tail
is the stem to the cherry.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. And so we would make like things with coconut on the outside, like, and it would look like a snowball, and we made like chocolate covered Oreos and stuff like that. Anyway, we would make a whole bunch of different cookies with our cousins, and then all of us would go around together and deliver them to different family members. So like my Aunt B, my Aunt Sarah, my Aunt Eleanor, we would go to people's houses and just bring them cookies, and it was like one of the most fun nights of the year for me. So our game today is we're going to be making cookies. But before we're not really going to make cookies.
Okay. Figuratively.
But before we're pretending that we're going to make cookies, okay? That's the storyline.
You have the ingredients.
We're getting the ingredients.
Oh.
We're going to the store, and the store is called Sip, Savor, Spill Mart.
Oh, okay.
And in order to get each ingredient, we have to pay the price of answering a question from an assigned jar.
Okay.
We will both. This is basically a special edition of Sip, Savor, Spill where it's extended, and this is the episode. Okay. And I think a lot will be revealed.
Oh, God.
We'll see, I guess.
Okay, we'll see.
I mean, the fun part about this, unlike, because we also did this in Salem. We went to Salem last month, and we played a version of this game where we were like trying to get out of a witch's house or something, but we had to all answer questions with our cousins Brittany and Zach in order to like get out of the house. So this is just like that, but different, except in that one we were given questions, and in this one we're going to pick them out of the jars, so they're random. And by the way, since Verinia came last month for the Thanksgiving episode and refilled the jars again, I don't know what most of these questions are, because I didn't write them and I have not seen them. So
okay, well, we're in for a treat.
We're in for a treat. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The doors whoosh open as if they've been waiting just for you.
Oh.
Releasing a burst of cold air that smells faintly like peppermint ambition. Twinkling lights blink in chaotic unison overhead. Somewhere, A distant chorus of jingle bells seems to be working overtime. A glowing sign greets you like a challenge. I heard Winnie's little
Okay.
feet
Yeah.
upstairs. Get your ingredients if you can survive the questions. You and Jennifer share that classic sibling glance, the one that lands somewhere between let's do this and how did we get talked into this?
Exactly.
The goal is straightforward enough. Gather 6 ingredients for your Christmas cookies. The journey to get them, that's where things get festive.
Okay.
Oh, she's so cute. Okay. Our studio dog just walked in and she's so cute. Okay. Are you ready to get the flour? That's our first ingredient.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. In order for us to stop for the flour, well, I'll read what it says. You roll into the baking aisle only to find a giant inflatable gingerbread man guarding the flour like a sugary bouncer.
Wow.
He jiggles ominously.
I don't feel like a gingerbread man would jiggle.
Well, he's inflatable.
Okay, sure.
The rule is simple. Answer a sip question, easy breezy warm-up material, and he'll deflate just enough to hand over the flour with gingerbread dignity intact. So we have to
Okay.
answer a sip question.
What's this one?
Why don't you pick it out and read it out loud?
Okay.
And you can decide who answers first after you read it.
What's your most vapid hot take?
Oh my God. Wait, was that the sip jar?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I will tell you.
Where should I
When
put
Verinia
this?
was here for the Thanksgiving episode, we pulled this and we put it back because I couldn't really think of a vapid hot take, like a strong opinion, other than sometimes we should be mean to MAGA Republicans. That was my vapid hot take of the day.
I mean, I feel like that's valid.
And she kind of suggested, her whole thing was that, well, an example I was thinking of is like Taylor Swift is overrated, which I agree Taylor Swift is overrated. But what came up this week that I will say for my vapid hot take is, for some reason, I cannot watch movies with Anna Kendrick in them. It's ever since she did that, that Cup song from Pitch Perfect. It's something about it makes me want to KMS. It's so bad. And so I decided my most vapid hot take is, I'm sure Anna Kendrick is a wonderful person. I mean, maybe. But if she's in it, I don't want to watch it. And for some reason, there's like levels of this that are attached to it. Like, for some reason, because I'm reminded of her by this person, I don't like Emma Stone, and I don't like Kristen Bell. It's something about that.
The vibe they give.
The vibe is
just,
I don't know what it is. And I wish I didn't feel that way. I wish I were a gay who could like Pitch Perfect, but unfortunately I will never, ever, ever watch it.
I've never seen it.
Maybe you have the same allergy I do.
Maybe. Well, I can say she did play, if I remember correctly, in Woman of the Hour. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It came out, I don't know time, so don't quote my time.
Oh my
Not
God.
that long ago. But she went on like a dating show, and it was actually like a horror one, because I watch all the horror things.
Does she get killed?
Oh yeah, I don't even really remember the end of what happened. She's just not that great of an actress, so I can understand that.
My vapid hot take is co-signed by my sister.
It is. Mine was actually in the direction of movies as well.
Oh.
And this is controversial. But I'm a classics person. I think classics are the best originals. Some people might say, oh, there's better sequels or whatever. Scream.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
what are you about to say?
The original is just the best one, and it always will be. I will support 1 through 3.
Okay.
Anything after, no. But generally speaking, in any movie question, I'll lean to the original.
Okay, well, Scream 2 is my favorite, but Scream 2 was in such conjunction with the first movie that I feel like, yeah, I wouldn't even say the first 3 are acceptable, but I would say if you say 1 or 2.
You wouldn't say 3?
No, the third one was a mess.
I mean, yeah, but it's still
I mean, it's
together.
nostalgic and I love
Yeah,
it, but like, it would be a vapid hot take to me if someone said 3 was their favorite.
that's fair.
But I think that your hot take is good and that, like, yeah, the sequels don't do it for you.
I'm sure there's a lot of great sequels. I'm not sure. I mean, there are, but I mean, the stage is set with the original.
That's true. I'm trying to think if there's anything where there's a sequel better than the original, and I can't.
This also goes a lot of the times for songs.
Oh, like when they get sampled
When they get sampled or redone
or
or
covered.
just any of that.
Honestly, I agree with that.
I get it. You can put your take, you can put your
No,
spin on it. But
yeah.
I mean,
There are
just
some
not the
cases where I'm like,
same.
that was creative, that was cute,
That was
but
nice.
like, will it ever be as iconic as the original?
No.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I do see it both ways, but I'm still.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, success. We've answered our first question. So we have our flour. Stop 2. We got to get sugar. The next turn brings you face to face with a sugary display shaped like a sparkling castle. An elf mannequin springs up holding a scroll like it's delivering royal summons. To lower the sugar drawbridge, you answer another sip question, still light, still fun. Once you do, the gates glide open and sugar rains down with fairy tale precision.
Okay.
Sounds sticky.
I'll still get it here.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It's closer to me.
Okay.
If you could have any animal as a pet, all resources taken care, what animal would you take care of?
Oh my God. Like, as a pet, so it'd be at my home. I mean, we'll pretend I live in a bigger home. I
Yeah.
live in a tiny shoebox in the sky in downtown Denver, so there's a lot of animals I couldn't have. But actually, maybe it would fit because I would probably want a pet fox. I would want a cuddly fox.
I mean, some people have those.
I'm trying to think if there's, because my favorite animals are obviously a fox and a peacock. I mean, look at my holiday cards. But I would never want a peacock. They're terrifying.
I mean, with this question, I'm assuming the animal is like nice.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I have unlimited resources. I guess I could get a trained peacock.
What would you do with it?
Show it off.
Cuddle it?
That's the whole reason I like peacocks. They're show-offs.
Would you like put it on a leash or would you carry it around?
Oh, I would never leash my peacock. Oh my God. What kind of terrorist do you think I am?
I don't know. Maybe
I wouldn't
put like
leash
a harness on it.
I wouldn't leash my fox either. They would be free.
I
And
guess they'd be trained.
They would be trained and yeah.
Okay.
I have unlimited resources. They would be angels.
Okay.
So I would have to say fox.
Okay. I mean, my favorite animal is a tiger,
Oh,
which
that's
is
always
kind
been
of
true.
classic. You know, I feel like it's not too exotic.
Okay, Tiger Queen.
Yeah. And again, I'm assuming the tiger is nice and like friendly.
Yeah.
I still
mean-
might put him on a leash. I don't want him running away or.
I'm sorry. Can I ask you? Do you think if you put your tiger on a leash, you hold? Like, where do you
He
think?
would be trained too.
Where do you think
He
you're
would be,
stopping?
like,
Okay, well then why
listening.
do you need to put it on a leash?
Because I don't want him running off or.
Okay, and if he tries,
I don't-
what are you gonna yank the leash and he's gonna jump
I
backwards?
don't know. Maybe a miniature tiger.
Okay, that'd be
Is that
cute.
a thing?
It's gonna have to be because you're trying
Can
to
it
walk
be
your
a thing?
tiger.
Yeah, I want to, but
That's actually unhinged, Jennifer.
I never thought about it. But I feel like it could work.
Well, I feel like you can have a tiger, but like just maybe don't take it out on walks.
I feel like because it's trained, it's gonna know the pull of the leash is just like stop.
Okay. What
You
would
know?
you name the tiger?
I don't know.
You
Not
have a
sure.
dog named Sadie.
I do.
Wait, did you guys pick Sadie or was Sadie already her name?
No, her name was Sprite.
What?
And the other cat that we adopted, its name when we adopted it was Katrina. It was a cat, not a dog. Interesting names they come up with. But her name was Sprite, and we renamed her Sadie. Well, I've always wanted to name my dog, but it has to be kind of little. But in this case, I might make an exception. Gizmo.
I think if you had a tiger named Gizmo, it would be the cutest. Come here, Gizmo.
Yeah, and he's just soft.
This is Gizmo.
And he listens.
His leash will keep you safe.
Yeah. Don't pay attention to his teeth.
Yeah, just don't look at them directly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know what I would name my fox. It would be a boy.
Marty.
No.
The disappointment.
Well, is that the boy from Back to the Future? Marty?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe. You know what? Maybe.
You know, it's because people always try to like associate the first letter of the animal with a name, like Tony the tiger, whatever.
So Marty the fox?
No, so I'm saying you have to go against that.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's Gizmo the tiger.
Okay, yeah, and we wouldn't want Farty the fox, so
Okay,
it's
that's
Marty
stupid.
the fox.
Okay, wow.
I was just gonna say Jack. Honestly, you know what? I think I would name him after his uncle Kip.
Okay,
I think
that's cute.
A fox named Kip would be so cute.
Jack was a little simple. Kip,
Well,
I support.
you know I want to name my dogs Pete and Bo, so Jack would kind of go with that.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. I think we got our sugar.
And I think we have to take a moment to say, Kip, if you're listening, we miss you.
Oh, that's so
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
Kip is my
It's
other
been a
sister.
while.
My sister from another mister.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you're listening, sister, we love you. And we miss
Just went
you.
out living his life out there.
Well, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
Famously. Okay. Stop number 3, eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to read this?
No.
Oh,
You got this.
okay, I thought I was going to give you a chance.
I'm reading
Okay.
the questions.
Okay. The refrigeration aisle glows like the North Pole after a fresh snowfall. The frosty door stands between you and the egg cartons, sealed with a shimmering lock. To melt it, you each answer a SAVOR question, something a little tender, something that lingers. When you finish, the frost will sigh away and the eggs will slide forward as if they knew you were coming, which is kind of terrifying. But we need to answer a SAVOR question.
Yeah, the
is
eggs
the point.
are sliding forward.
Yeah, I guess.
That's pretty weird. What's your first and or favorite childhood memory?
Do you have one?
Do you?
I mean, I can go first if you want me to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go.
My first or my favorite childhood memory. Well, obviously I thought of a lot of childhood memories when I wrote my book.
Yes.
And I will say one that makes me laugh for some reason still is the one where I told Mom when we were driving in the valley and we were going past the Sangre de Cristo mountains, and I said that means get me a Coke. And my mom snapped around and said, it means the blood of Christ.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh. For some reason, I find that funny still.
I would like to know, where did you get that from?
I don't know. I used to say a lot of random shit that would make Mom mad, but I actually didn't do it on purpose. Like, for instance...
You did.
No, I'll tell you another one. There used to be... Oh, God, I can't remember what it was called. There used to be, like, a diet supplement that they would air commercials for called, like, Metabolife or something like that. And it was just something that they would air a lot of commercials for, so I thought of it as something to buy, that a grown-up would buy. And one time I found $1 and I gave it to Mom. Can you see where this is headed?
I'm like, uh-oh.
I found $1 and I gave it to Mom and I said, here, you can buy some.
That's rude. You know, kids just...
I was like 7. I said,
ruthless.
here, you can buy some Metabolife. And she was like, wow. But I didn't even know what that meant, really. Like, I wasn't throwing shade.
But you were smart. You knew.
I was smart, but I didn't understand, like, that was calling her fat or something. Also, I think it's important. What's crazy to me when I also think about that is Mom was 23 when she had me. So, like, when I was 7, she was younger than you are now. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That weirds me out. Anyway, for some reason... I would
Rude.
also... I know. Maybe I shouldn't say something about pissing off my mom is my favorite childhood memory. I would honestly say playing at Grandma's in the guest room with our cousins.
Yeah.
Because we played pretend. We would go play outside at my grandma's. And I know I said this earlier in the season, but when I think of like peace in our childhood, the most I can think of peace is at grandma's house.
Mm-hmm. Which I think people are kind of shocked by, because our grandparents gave off a strict vibe, which
Yeah.
they were, but also it was, I don't know, homey. It was familiar. It was always the same. It wasn't always changing or different. It was, you knew what you were going to get when you go.
I mean,
For
and we
you,
were kind of
bacon.
spoiled by them. Yeah, for me,
Yeah.
bacon.
For me, my grandma used to let me play with the masa on the table. She's making tortillas,
Oh,
and
yeah, the
as she was
tortilla dough.
making them, she'd give me a little bit, and I could just like, I don't know, play around. You're kids, so easily entertained. But
yeah, I'm
it's a
changing my
good
answer
memory.
to that.
You kind of already said that.
Okay, that's fine. I don't care. I do like that I was shady. I wish I meant it, but I didn't. Honestly, I didn't. I
So
didn't know
you're a
what I was
natural
doing.
shady person.
It's in my DNA. Then this is what I say. There are gay kids. Kids are born gay and shady. And I'm saying that publicly.
Okay, wow. If I had to say one, I'm gonna go with like one of my first.
Okay.
I don't know if it's really my favorite per se, but it's one of my first. I kind of have two.
Okay.
We grew up in the mountains, of course.
Yeah.
And one of the first ones was I found a little chipmunk outside. Do you know this? Do you remember this? And I brought it
Vaguely?
inside. I don't know why. And Mom gave me like a little birdhouse and like a shoebox to put it in there. And I don't know. I remember it was cute.
Maybe I
It's
don't
just a
remember
little chipmunk.
this. Okay.
It seems small, but it stuck
That
with
seems
me
dangerous.
for some reason. Yeah. Not, I mean, we used to play out on the street and there were bears and who knows what other animals.
Yeah,
I feel
no,
like
I
a
mean,
chipmunk was
yeah,
minimal danger.
Child's play.
Yeah. The second one was when you were going to Sparky's.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was like a little church club for kids.
Mhm.
And I wasn't old enough to go, but I really wanted to go just because I always wanted to do everything you did.
Yeah.
And I was really sick. I don't know what was wrong with me. I was like dehydrated or something.
Yeah.
And so
This I remember.
when Cameron got out of the van, I was like, no, I want to go. But then I just threw up everywhere, all over the van, all over everything. And my parents are like, yeah, I don't think so. But they're early on memories that just stuck with me for some reason.
I do remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And being like, yeah, I don't think you can come. Bye.
So I just want that to be known that maybe so you can feel even worse is that everything you did, I just wanted to do.
I know. And if you have read my book, you'll know there were times I fell short of Brother of the Year. Every year, consecutively. I wasn't nice to Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily we've healed from that.
Yeah,
I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, we both answered that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did. Okay, great.
I'll read it now.
You what?
I'll read it now.
Oh, okay. Here's the one that we're on. Cinnamon.
You follow the warm scent of spice to an elaborate cinnamon display. When you get close, the lights flicker and a polite but firm voice asks for one more round of SAVOR answers. Share something real, something reflective, and the cinnamon jars will twirl themselves neatly into your cart like tiny brown ballerinas.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That's magical.
You could pull it.
Oh, I can?
Mm-hmm.
Gee, thanks. And if I pick one in blue ink, that means that Zach wrote it. So I kind of hope I do.
I kind of hope.
No. It's actually a really old one from season 1 because it's in my handwriting. What did I write? Oh my god, I'm going to pick a different one. The question is, who is a celebrity you can't stand?
Oh.
We basically did that. Well, who's one that you can't stand?
I don't know.
You don't have that, do you?
Nothing comes to the forefront. I'm sure there's one that I've said, but
you don't have as
know.
strong of distaste as I do, I feel like.
Yeah,
Well,
it depends on the topic.
It depends on the person.
Topic.
Or person.
Sometimes they're the topic.
Oh! I was going to say, don't make me name names.
Let's not. Let's leave people with a good perception of being sweet.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, this is also in my... Oh, God, I don't know if I want to do this either, but this time we have to. Okay.
I mean, we make the
You
rules.
can't answer this with me. Who was your first bully?
Oh.
It would be too easy. It would be lazy to say me.
Well, that's tough now. I mean, you were the biggest.
Thank you.
My first
Just
bully.
kidding. Did you have a bully at school?
I would say yeah,
Well,
but
let's talk about it.
I don't know if we should.
3rd grade.
That's where I was
We're
going.
thinking of the same
We
kid.
are.
I mean, you don't have to say his last name. But
I won't even say his name at all.
We'll call him Joe.
Yeah.
That was not his name. But Joe.
Joe moved here from somewhere else
Yeah.
that I didn't know of. But he was always picking on me, like, for real. Like, he would say, oh, you're fat, you're ugly. I was in 3rd grade. I mean, kids say whatever.
Yeah.
And as far as bullies go, I didn't really have that many, I would say. So that's probably the first, if we want to consider that.
Tell the rest of the story. I'll tell it. Jennifer decided to bully him back one day. But not really. She just decided to write him a note, which violated the number one rule my mom always taught us, which is don't ever put anything in writing.
Right.
Don't ever put anything bad in writing.
That will incriminate you later.
You later. And my mom did tell us these kinds of things, which actually, you know, a lot of it was good advice. You shouldn't put anything in writing that'll incriminate you later.
We'll put that in the box of things like, wow, thanks for sharing that with me. I didn't know I needed that.
Yeah.
At that time.
Jennifer should have listened because she wrote him a note. And let me give you a little bit of context. When Jennifer was in 3rd grade and I was in 5th grade, that's the year 9/11 happened. And Joe was from a Middle Eastern country.
Didn't know.
Didn't know that.
I'm
Obviously,
3rd
Jennifer
grader.
didn't.
I'm innocent.
Jennifer did not know this or understand the complexities of foreign relations yet.
I was just standing up for myself.
And she could barely probably even write this note. But
okay, I was in 3rd grade. Okay, I knew how to write.
The note said, why don't you go back to where you came from? And when we got out of school that day, our principal was standing with us waiting for my mom to come pick us up.
And I just have to say that's like a once a week incident. Not of that nature, but every time we'd get picked up, the principal was outside with me waiting.
Yeah. Another thing Jennifer did, if you've read my book, buried my friend's shoe. We all acted out in different ways. It's fine.
Well,
although with the Joe thing, it's like you honestly didn't even know you were doing something
bad. Didn't even know.
Well, you didn't know it was that bad, but like it came off really bad.
Poor circumstances.
It was like a month after 9/11.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I'm trying to think of my first bully.
I don't know. You were the bully usually. I don't know if you had a bully. Well, you probably did. In Coal Creek or...
In Coal Creek, I was more a bully than bullied. I mean, the first time I went to the principal's office was for blackmail in 2nd grade.
And that's what makes me think you did know what whatever, what was that called? Nutrifit or something?
I honestly, no, because blackmail, I only even knew the concept of blackmail from watching Days. Because Sammy Brady was my first childhood hero. But my first bully is really hard to answer. I'm very lucky to say I didn't have a bully ever because I unfortunately turned into one. And if anyone ever thought about giving me shit, I would give them shit first.
And like 10 times as bad.
I mean, honestly, the only thing I can think of is Wedo. And, that's like a very... That's a very
serious.
Nuanced situation.
Yeah.
Because we were very mean to each other sometimes. And the blows were very low for sure. But like even then it never lasted very long. So I didn't really have one. Me, if anything. No one was meaner to me than me. How about that?
I feel like that's a valid answer.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you have my phone.
Yeah.
Why don't you take us to the next ingredient?
It's ginger.
Ginger? Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Suddenly, sleigh bells rattle and a glowing arrow appears on the floor reading, Truth Trail. Truth Trail.
Oh my God.
You follow it to the spice section, where a sign announces your destiny. Spill zone ahead. To claim the ginger, you'll each answer a spill question. This kind of makes it sound like we would each read a question. But what you're saying is we read the same question.
Mm-hmm.
Honest, vulnerable, straight from the heart. When you do, the ginger hops off its shelf and lands in your basket with a gentle thud, as if it's proud of you.
Oh, cute.
Oh, that's nice.
Am I going to pick it again?
I'll pick it.
Okay.
You can have this back, though.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had a miscommunication with someone and stuck through the repair? How did you repair, or what lesson did you learn?
Damn. Do you have one?
No.
Really?
It said that you stuck through. I didn't.
You've never had a miscommunication with your literal husband?
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's true.
Like, come on.
I just feel like they're so few and far between now at this
Wait, let
point
me see that.
I didn't even think about that.
Verenia wrote this, I can tell. Have you ever had a miscommunication with someone and stuck through the repair? How did you repair, or what lesson did you learn? Damn.
I mean, I would say, my husband, he's taught me a lot. There was a lot of things that we were never taught, communication being one of them. Neither of our parents were good communicators, and we didn't ever really grow up with a good example of communication. And so obviously you can see how that would present issues as an adult.
Yeah.
And when I met my husband, who's a very direct communicator, and he's very thoughtful and like logical in his way of thinking and communicating, obviously the communication was lacking on my part because I didn't know, for one, how to receive it, and for two, how to say back what I want to say, or even explain how I'm feeling, what I want to say. So I would say, yeah, my husband, we've had miscommunications, as anybody has. But what I learned and what I continue to learn each time is better communication.
Wow.
Does that answer the question?
I think so. It's the lesson. It says, have you ever had a miscommunication with someone and stuck through the repair? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How did you repair, or what lesson did you learn?
I say a good lesson in miscommunication is communication. Right? Better communication.
Yeah, like you have to you
Like-
have to be very intentional.
And two, when there is a miscommunication, I mean, you obviously have multiple personalities, right? You can either
Mhm.
be non-receptive of it and just stick to what you know or what you think, or double down on it or whatever. But you do have to be open-minded to what the other person is saying, to say, you know, I can see that, or we can work through this. But
Wow.
yeah, I hope he would say I'm a better communicator. It was pretty rough. It was rough communication, because like if I was told something or whatever, I'd just be like, I don't know.
You used to just be like,
I
then I'm
don't
leaving.
know. I would just shut down.
Yeah, you would exit a situation,
Mhm.
which is what we were taught to do.
Yeah. And so I'm glad that I think it's gotten better.
Okay. Honestly, when I think about this, I have to... God, there's something in my throat. We're going to have to cut this out.
A frog.
A frog in my throat.
Mhm.
My allergies, since we came back from Boston, have been so bad. I'm not sick.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel compelled to answer this with producer Michael, which, you remember this?
Mhm.
We had a difficult, which I wonder, he's coming on later this season. I wonder if we'll talk about it, but the biggest bump in the road we've ever hit was in early 2023. And it was a situation where I think it was a combination of, he was in a toxic romantic relationship that was truly so bad, but then also I was way too invested in what he was doing because I was like, this is so clearly bad and it's going to ruin my day that you're doing this, which is not the way that it should work.
You're right.
And so what it resulted in was us like not talking for a few weeks. And when I mean, obviously that toxic relationship didn't last. And then a week after that happened, then we like hung out again. But I had to, that was like a lesson I learned from that is truly that the more invested you are in someone's business or their life or how what they're doing affects you like mentally or emotionally, that doesn't mean you love them more. You know what I mean? I think in my mind at the time I thought, oh, well, I just love him so much and I don't want to see him do something so gross and dumb, which it was.
Well, I think that's the flip side of a boundary, right? A
Totally.
boundary might be me saying, hey, you need to step back and do this. But instead of, maybe he did say it, I don't know, but instead of him saying it, you learn now on the other side of that, I don't need to. I can step back. I can do it before I'm being told to do it.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
no.
setting that boundary like from the other side.
No,
does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, the problem was not ever that he didn't want me to be involved in it. The problem was that he wanted me to be involved in it. And I was like, I hate that so much. I want nothing to do with it, which was a problem for him. So we both had a lot to learn about codependency, I think. But we both have been in therapy since then. And I think that we've both come a very long way from that to where now, at least I can only speak for myself, but I feel like I have that understanding that I said, like, just because it's not the more you are invested, the more you love them. Sometimes when you really love someone, you have to remove yourself out of love, or as my therapist calls it, detaching with love. And I mean, that's one of the greatest lessons, is that when you take some time apart, it can ultimately make your relationship or your friendship better. I think doing that, I mean, when we were on that break, that's when he started going to therapy. Like, it ultimately was helpful. And obviously we've done more than enough conversing about what happened, and now we're both very clear. And so the lesson I learned was that.
I think that's fair.
Does that make sense?
It kind of touches on what you talked about in your last Sixth Sense episode with friendship. It was just about like you understand, trying to think of the way to say it. Like if you don't agree with something that your friend's doing, it's okay to see yourself out of the picture for a while.
Oh, yes.
And
I made the show writing metaphor.
Yeah.
Write yourself out for a while.
And allow that growth back. And if the universe brings you back together, I think that it does, and sometimes it doesn't. But if it's meant to, it will. I think that's really true.
I think so too. Okay, I think we just have one more ingredient, but if we have time, we'll do more questions. Okay. Stop 6. Frosting. The lights dim. A single spotlight lands on the frosting like it's about to perform a ballad. This final spill, deeper, truer, the kind of thing siblings whisper during late night car rides. That's so funny.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
We were probably sitting in different rows of the van,
looking
which
out
we used
our
to.
Own windows. Yeah,
we used to not even sit by each other in the car. Complete the moment and the frosting will emit a heavenly glow while the store's unseen choir launches into its big finale. Why is there a choir being stored at the store? I don't know, but that's
maybe
the magic.
Like the food items on the shelf are the choir.
Wow,
that's kind of how I interpret
it's giving Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, that's okay. How I saw it. Because and it said like the eggs like move forward.
Yeah, I'm guessing all these.
Food is like alive because it's magic.
Yeah, it's magic. Yeah. Hello, holiday magic. Okay. How about for this one, we'll do 2 questions because we'll each pull a spill question.
Okay.
But when you pull it, you have to answer first.
Okay.
Oh, you want to
Spill?
go? Uh-huh.
I'll go.
Okay. I think that's Spill. Yeah.
When it's in blue, it was who?
Let me see it. Oh, that one's Verinia.
What's a hilarious petty thing you've done? Keep it legal. Petty? Why'd you gasp? You think of something?
I did for me, but
I'm not really a petty person, I don't think. What did I do that was petty? I can't think of something off the top.
Okay. True.
I mean, I'm not like vindictive or I don't like do things in a... Why'd you look at the camera?
Because I'm
I
trying to
don't
think, but
know.
I'm sure there is. But you're right. You're not like that is one way we're very different.
Like I don't try to do things on purpose. I might have done it just because of who I am as a person. Because people don't sometimes what's the word? It's not that they don't like, but it could be off-putting that I laugh or I joke or I do things that I think are funny that are not funny.
I'm trying to
In
think of
times,
something
but-
petty you've ever done, and nothing is coming to me, which pisses me off because I'm sure I can't. Is that one way we're just so different? I have done a lot of petty things.
Well, actually, when you asked me how would you describe yourself, I was going to say whatever you have said to describe yourself, the opposite. I am not super loud or I don't like do big, bold, crazy things, or I'm not gonna go up in public speak or
No, and you're not
and
petty.
it's petty. I'm just
No, I gotta think about this some more.
okay.
And I don't like that it says that it's hilarious because I'm like, to be honest with you, a lot of petty things that I've done were not to make anyone laugh.
Do you have anything funny, petty?
What is the funniest petty thing I've ever done?
I feel like when you get to the point of petty, you're not being funny anymore. You've doubled down on like a
that's a very good question. So
thing.
thank you to Verinia,
Yeah.
but it is a hard question to answer because if I'm doing something petty, chances are you've pissed me off. And like, I don't know, you can read my book to find out some of the mean petty things I've done. I wish I had included something funny.
Even that statement alone, like someone pissed you off. I'm never like, I'm so pissed off. Like,
oh my God,
I
know.
don't really get pissed off.
You don't.
Things do upset me sometimes. I may get grouchy, but I'm never like, oh, I'm so pissed off.
I am the opposite.
Yeah, I don't.
What's your sign? Aries.
Yeah.
What are the traits of an Aries?
Which is a fire sign.
Is it mine?
A
Leo's a fire sign, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We both are fire signs.
We are pretty similar in some ways. Bossy.
We both like things to be our way.
Although I'm a little more compromising than
You're a little more accommodating than I am. What are the other things about an Aries? Do you know about Aries?
I do, but now I forgot.
Okay. Great.
But one of those I think was like likes to be in charge of things. Which can be a good and a bad thing of an Aries, because although you do get things done, which I do feel like I get stuff done, I'm a hard worker, it can also be overstepping, which has happened.
Yeah.
So maybe calm down, get it done, but calm down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, I wish I could say something petty that's funny. I really am not thinking of anything.
Yeah.
I will say, sorry to Brittany, she's listening.
Oh God.
Last month, no, I think we're now at a point where we can all laugh about it. You'll have to let us know, Bobo. We were on the last day of our cousin's vacation to Salem, and Brittany was in a bad mood because it was early. Look, we had to get up at...
I feel like you're opening it again.
I am. And here's my petty funny thing.
I just want Brittany to know I'm innocent and I'm not partaking.
I thought it was so funny because she was in such a bad mood. And I get it. It was the last day of vacation. She's ready to come home. She was our designated driver. We had to get the rental
Shout
car
out.
back. Yeah, shout out to her for driving on the
Mhm.
crazy East Coast. Love her so much, obviously. She's like our sister. We love her. And sometimes when she's in a bad mood, that's why it's so funny. Because we're just like, this is just her in a
But
mood.
I think that it's not just her, it's anybody, because that's another similar trait that is probably some people don't like that, which I could understand.
Yeah.
When things are bad, when things are going the worst they can go, we laugh. Not because it's funny in any capacity, but I don't know how to process that.
It is probably a trauma response
Yeah.
Jennifer and I share, but when people are angry, sometimes we find it funny.
I think we should change a word from we find it funny to we laugh, because sometimes it's really not funny, but it's so.
That's true.
In my eyes, I see it as kind of like an overwhelming emotional thing that's happening, and I'm like, I don't even know how to process
Whereas
this.
I too get angry, but I can at least say if I'm angry, something has occurred. I'm usually I'm usually
Yeah.
not just like suddenly like like no, there's a reason. Anyway, Brittany was tired, she was grumpy, and she was driving on the highway, and at one point we were flying like 75 miles an hour, and her I was sitting in the back seat next to Zach. Jennifer was sitting up in the front with Brittany.
And at this point, I'm just like holding my breath because I am supposed to read the directions. Like I'm supposed to say, oh, take a turn. But it all happened so fast. And anyone that knows me, that's not enough time for me to say, oh, get off. Or
And at one time, yeah, first of all, Jennifer can barely read the GPS.
Okay.
No, I'm allowed to say that because one time it took us an hour and a half to get to Boulder because every time
it was nighttime and I was driving.
Yeah, exactly.
That's different.
Every time Jennifer would get the direction to like get off on an exit, it wouldn't process for her until after we drove past the exit.
But my husband would agree I'm not direction oriented.
You're directionally challenged.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Sure.
so anyway, Brittany was asking Jennifer to like keep an eye on the GPS, which I'm like, okay. Brittany drove past an exit and then yelled at Jennifer like immediately after we passed it. I was like, the GPS is also open for you, but whatever. So then she's driving, and her hand was on the steering wheel so hard. I was like, if we leave, I'm half convinced there's going to be her prints on the steering wheel.
Yeah, it was gripped.
And it reminded me of that meme of Arthur online where he's like this, gripping his wrist.
Arthur's face.
So I took a picture from the back seat of Brittany gripping the steering wheel, and then I saved the Arthur fist meme, and I sent it to Jennifer because I wanted to see if she would start laughing in the front seat. And I could see you in the mirror trying not to laugh.
And I said, don't make me laugh. I'm going to get yelled at. I'm trying to just do what I'm told here.
I just thought it was so funny. So maybe that's the last petty thing I did that was funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bobo agrees.
You're going to
But
get
we'll
it
find
later.
out in a text, in a group text soon, I'm sure. Anyways, that's all that came to mind.
Yeah.
It's little stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like if someone's being absurd, I will sometimes poke the bear. That's my example. And Jennifer's the same way.
I was going to say, I think that's a bad trait that we have, but I do that.
Yeah.
I will see how far I can go.
That is a trauma response
I don't want
we
to,
have.
but
And you
I
know
don't know
what?
why.
I think that's probably because it's like, oh, someone is angry. I'm going to push it to see how far it will go because at least that's me doing it. It's in my control.
I don't know. I
don't know.
sometimes
But
like
I
to
do the
see.
same thing.
Well, we have a few
Naughty.
things we can.
It's naughty. It's naughty,
a few
but you
things
know
we can
what?
work on.
Or not. Because you know what? I really only do it when someone doesn't have a good reason to be mad.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Like,
I
God
do it at
bless
random times.
anyone who's grouchy around me, but if I don't think there's a good reason to be grouchy, I will probably make it worse.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when Mom used to say, you better stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about. I'm like, you better stop being grouchy ass or I'll give you something to be a grouchy ass about.
And here we are.
Here we are.
And just like that.
And just like that. Okay, let's do, what time
No,
is
you're
it?
supposed to pick
We
a
have time. Oh yeah,
spill.
now I'm going to pick one. Wow, we haven't gotten any Zach questions, but I'm glad we've gotten some of the Varinia ones. Oh, spill.
Okay.
ASMR.
That doesn't really do it for me.
Me neither. And you know what? Michael loves ASMR.
Hair cutting.
The hair cutting.
I always remember that for some reason.
Me too.
I
Whenever
don't
I
know
hear
why it stuck with
ASMR,
me.
I always think it's so weird to me that Michael listens to the hair cutting ASMR.
Does he still, though?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Guess you'll have to ask.
It'll knock his ass out, he says. I got a Zach one. Zach wrote this. When was the last time you felt truly lonely? The last time that I felt truly lonely. I'm very fortunate that I haven't felt truly lonely in quite some time. But I will say I used to feel truly lonely when I was traveling a lot for work before the pandemic happened. Because I used to be in a job where I had to be gone pretty much every other week for a few years there. And I was like all over the country. And so like maybe one week I'd be in Atlanta and the next week I'd be in Denver. But then the next week I'd be in LA and then the next week I'd be in Denver. And this coincided with a lot of fun things happening here. Like my friends started getting married and having kids, and you know, there would be like birthday dinners that were during the week that I would have to miss and stuff. And then when I was like sitting in a hotel room in some little city, it would make me sad. And so that's why I've said a million times I loved the pandemic. And ironically, when I literally was by myself in my house,
you felt less lonely.
I felt way less lonely so fast. I started hosting online trivia.
You know why I think that is for you?
Why?
Is because you knew everyone else was also stuck in their house.
Totally.
And I think that brought you comfort knowing you're not the only one alone anymore.
I wasn't missing out on a thing.
Weird way, yeah.
I wasn't missing out on anything. And as much as people could connect, they were connected. Yeah, I was equal again.
Yeah, that's something you can continue to work on.
What do you mean? I think that's very reasonable. Okay, great. Anyway, that's the last time I felt truly lonely, because honestly, I can say since the pandemic, I haven't felt lonely.
I don't really have a good answer, honestly. I mean, it's been years and years. I don't know, which we're lucky.
We're very lucky. I mean, yeah, for you, it's got to be at least the last 13? No.
Well, this year, what are we in? 2025 is 12 years we've been married.
Jennifer got married when she was 20.
Yeah.
To her husband, Mike, who we love. And tell our friends how you met. Tell the story.
Well, when I was in high school, I didn't really talk to that many people, honestly. I was happy just doing my own thing. But I was really involved with church, as we both were, but went on different ways here. And I was really involved with kids ministry, different conferences. I did an internship in Honduras. And right before that internship, right after graduation, I traveled to Dallas it's called Summerfest. It was like a nationwide talent show, basically, or like convention. And when I went there was a girl that happened to know both Mike and myself. I had met her through some other people. He knew her through some other people. And if I recall correctly, we both were talking to her, and Mike will disagree. I don't know. Details are iffy at this point, but I feel like I started talking to him, but he also started talking to me. And I think this is one of those, like, when you know, you know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe, but I really will stick by that. Like, I saw him and I was like, I just feel like
that's my husband.
This is going to be, yeah.
That is
I never felt uncomfortable. As soon as I met him, I was like, I know this person. I didn't know him at all. I've never met him before, but right after we left that, I went to Honduras for a little over a month. And then when I came back, it was like, well, how are we going to make this work? Because I live in Denver. He was living in Flint, Michigan. Like, we're young. We have no money. How are we going to make this come together?
Girl.
And
Wait, were you talking while you were in Honduras?
I think we only talked like twice because I didn't really have any like internet or communication.
Damn.
And then that year I was the first one to visit him. I flew out to Michigan and everyone was like, "You're crazy. You don't even know him."
Me.
Which I didn't really that
No.
well in perspective. I met him for like a day and then everything went well. And then you flew him out here for that Christmas as a surprise, and I was surprised.
I did.
And then by the next year in May, I moved out there, and that was that.
And just like that, she disappears from my memoir really fast.
Yeah. Which we actually talked about the other day. One of the questions in our Salem game was like, what's a time in your life that, I don't know, what was it? Like you don't really talk about or people don't really know about or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, probably when I moved away to Michigan.
Which honestly, maybe that's the last time you were lonely. I mean, just because you had Mike doesn't mean you didn't feel loneliness. Or like, the way you described it sounded lonely.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I think it was
like,
the reason why
I didn't know anybody. I was at this church. It was a completely different culture.
It was very different, but I don't remember, I guess, feeling super lonely. Although there was probably times where I was like, just out here by myself. No one came to visit,
That's what I'm talking about.
Which we're not saying that there aren't reasons why people didn't, but I guess in that perspective, that might be the last time.
First of all,
it wasn't immense.
Our mom did visit her once. She had one visit while she was in Flint, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I never visited because I'm sorry, but what was for me there in Flint, Michigan in the year 2012?
Yeah.
Was that when the water thing happened, or was that not yet?
No, it was a couple years later, right when we were moving back.
Well,
so
sounds like you got out in the nick of time.
Yeah.
Not that it was paradise while you lived there, but
but I always say, like, we learned so much, and I like that I went to live somewhere else that was away from what I knew. Because people now will say probably, well, you're not very independent or whatever, and that's fine, but it's not like I've never been. I used to do a lot of things on my own, and I still could if I wanted to, if I needed to, that's fine. But it teaches you a lot about yourself when you go somewhere else that's outside of what you've known. And now I'm kind of back into where I've always been, and I'm happy. I love it. It's comfortable, but it was nice to go see something else. And then you find something in yourself that's a little bit different.
And couldn't it be said, that's how it could be whenever someone's lonely.
Yeah, you can find
Learn about
something.
yourself. I will say you have no greater friend than yourself.
Honestly.
And that is one thing I do feel like.
And someone said once, it always stuck with me, but there's no better helping hand than the one at the end of your own arm.
Oh my God, that sounds creepy to me.
It does.
I mean, no, I like it a lot, actually, but like...
But it stuck with me because I'm like, yeah, you can help yourself. You can do for yourself. But it's not always easy. It's easier said than done, but...
Yeah, we were also raised to be very individualist. But it does, I mean, there's a time and a place for both. It is about balance, for sure. That's so funny to me. Than the one at the end of your own arm.
Why? That's so sad.
That sounds so scary. I don't know. Okay. No, I think that we both answered that. Okay, well, let's see what the end of the story says.
Okay.
With all 6 ingredients secured, the intercom crackles to life. Congratulations, Cameron and Jennifer. You may now go home and bake. The automatic doors sweep open with over-the-top drama. Winter air rushes in, and you step outside, arms full of ingredients, hearts a little lighter, ready to make cookies and maybe sort one or two things out along the way. Happy holidays to all, and to all a good night.
That's cute.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you're at home and you want to play this with your family over Christmas or the holidays, I'm going to put a post on our Instagram page at Kameron Show Pod with 6 sip questions, 6 savor questions, and 6 spill questions. Not because 666, but because I can only put 20 images on Instagram.
You still have 2 more.
I just felt like I said 6 a lot right there, which
Yeah.
sounded demonic, especially for the holidays.
I mean, what is Santa?
What?
He's kind of scary, isn't he?
I don't know. I'm looking at him right now. He doesn't scare
His
me.
eyes are dead. Anyways.
Okay. What's your favorite Christmas song? I actually don't know this about you.
I don't really know if I have one.
Really?
Maybe.
Like, what do you hear and you're like, oh, Christmas?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh my God, my friend Corey said the same song the other day. That's so
Feels
interesting.
kind of comforting.
I never think of that.
You think a Little Drummer Boy?
Well,
Silent Night? I feel like a Silent Night kind of guy.
Well, first of all, if I'm doing an old school slow song, mine is Oh Holy Night. I love that song.
That's interesting.
Like every time we would go to like when our mom was married and we would go to my stepsister's, well, you didn't. I went sometimes to my stepsister's choir shows at the school. I would love when they would do Oh Holy Night. But my favorite Christmas song ever is Last Christmas.
Okay. Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah,
for you.
I love that song. The original and the Ashley Tisdale and the Ariana Grande versions. Okay, what would you like to leave our viewers with before we go home for Christmas?
I would just say happy holidays. Enjoy your time with friends and family. And I'm glad I got to spend a little time with my brother as well.
Oh my God, how cute is she?
Sweet little angel.
Oh, maybe she'll come back one day.
Maybe.
I'll get some really heated questions to have some really controversial takes.
You think we disagree?
I'm trying to think of something that we disagree on, actually. It is funny because I do describe us as diametric opposites, but we're really not.
What did I say in the beginning? We're more alike than you'd like to think.
No, and it's not that I wouldn't like to think that. It's just, you know, I think a lot of people on the surface would be like, oh, they're very different. Which we are.
Yeah.
But also not.
Yeah, we're not too different. We're different in personality aspects, maybe.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like the biggest thing we disagree on, and there's really nothing huge.
I don't know.
Well, next time we'll talk
maybe
about
the
our
biggest
parents.
thing is the Disneyland trip. That's a show for another day.
That is, one day we'll have a whole episode where we talk about our childhood and our parents, and that will be a very big conversation about our Disneyland trip, which was a vacation we went on 2 months before they got divorced for the last time. Jennifer remembers it being a happy trip.
Yeah,
and it was at Christmas. What a great holiday memory to end on. You know what? That's actually my favorite holiday memory as a child. Our damned Disneyland trip.
I remember it fine, but what do I know?
Okay. Listen, happy holidays, everybody. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever your holiday is. I hope you enjoy it. If you don't have a holiday,
enjoy your day.
Enjoy your day, I guess. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah. Is it a Tuesday?
Today, it's a Tuesday. Normally, we come out on Thursdays. And we'll be back next week on Thursday for our New Year's episode, so don't miss it. And as always, live your best life. Don't be a dick. I love you. Goodbye.